What is up, guys? Time for another video. Hope you all have a great day. And today I'm going to be talking about what I wish I've learned in high school. So I'm still a junior in high school. I have about a year left. So, I'm not all the way through there, but I pretty much know what to expect of what I'm going to learn. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about, what I wish high school taught both to me and other schools all around the world. Not just the United States or where I live. But anyways, from yesterday's book giveaway, the winner is right here. Congrats to you, man. Make sure you email me your address and I'll get that book to your doorstep right away. And today I'm doing a little bit of a different book giveaway. I'm letting you choose what book you want to win. I'm not choosing the book. So all you have to do is drop a like on this video and drop a comment with the book you want to win and why you want to win that book. And the comment that I like the best is the one I'll choose to win and have that book delivered right to your doorstep. So make sure you drop a like on this video and drop a comment. And my course is open. Today is Saturday. It is closing tomorrow night at Sunday. Make sure you get in there if you aren't already. A ton of people are getting in there and I sort of want to close up the spot soon just because of how many people. I want to make sure, it's not too oversaturated, not too many people are, taking advantage of that same information that is in there. I featured a few of my friends in there, so I don't know, it's pretty solid content. If you want to get in there, I'll be the top link in the description. If you want to know any information about it, make sure you DM me on Instagram. I'll get back to you. So now, let's get into this video of what I wish I learned in high school. Because one thing that I've realized, going through the education system is that high school doesn't really prepare you for the real world or building a business or anything like that. The main purpose, I feel like, high school is getting you ready for college. So another set of education. So that forcibly just causes people to think, I have to get a job because this high school education is preparing me for college, and then when I go to college, I'll go to get a job. And people get a job not just after college, they get one before, they get one during, and all that kind of stuff. People get jobs usually when they're my age in high school just so they have some extra money to spend. So that leads to my other thing about money management. So I'm gonna go over all these topics in depth, just for right now. I'm going over the basics of sort of what I think. Because most people are raised to go to school up until high school through 12th grade, go to college for 4 years, get a degree, and then go get a job and work until you're 60 or whatever, you retire, and then you just live what you're doing, you live alright, you live basic. You have enough to pay for what you need to pay for. You can pay for the necessities and still have a little bit extra to do what you want, do as you please, have some fun, travel, whatever you want, depending on your profession. Some people don't make a lot of money and, they don't know how to change that situation of not being able to make a lot of money and being stuck in this place where they're in debt. They don't have money to spend on these things for their kids or their family, whatever. And it's a bad situation to be in. You want to be in a situation where you have control, you have money to spend on things that you need to pay for as well as extra things that you want, because you only have one life, guys. You're stuck here in this life, in this body, and you can't just go out and live comfortably. You have to go out there and take action and do things that you actually want to do. So don't just follow the normal guidelines. Do things that you want to do. Don't just stay in this one place because, that's going to be boring. You're going to regret that. And one thing that you can't do is go back in time and change what you did. Once you make that decision and you do that for 40 years, working that one job, then you're stuck there. You worked that one job for 40 years. You can't get that 40 years back, and that's a lot of time. I'm only 17 years old, and I feel like I just have so much to do and so much to finish before I get old and am not able to do things that I want. So that's why I'm taking advantage of these opportunities that I have right now, being young as an entrepreneur. So the first thing I want to talk about with high school, I wish they taught a little bit more about money management. You take math classes, but they don't really teach you about that. I think some high schools have like accounting classes. But you don't really learn how to manage money. Most kids in high school, they start working, like they work as a lifeguard or mow lawns or basic stuff just to have a little bit of money so they can pay for gas for their car or whatever, because their parents buy them a little car, so they have to pay for gas, they pay for insurance or whatever. And that teaches them a little bit of financial responsibility. They have to earn money to pay for something, but that's not going to prepare you for the real world of making actual scalable money that actually means something where you have to pay taxes on and all that kind of stuff. You don't learn that stuff in high school of how to pay taxes, how to do bookkeeping, how to find an accountant, that kind of stuff. Like, it becomes really complicated once you're actually an adult, or you start making a certain amount of money that is necessary to know, everything that's going on with your financials. So for me, I have an accountant, I have to do bookkeeping, I have to, keep track of all this stuff, I have to pay for a bunch of stuff every month. So I have to keep track of all this that's going on and make sure that I'm not in debt and make sure that I'm actually making more than I'm spending and all that kind of stuff. So I wish school would have some kind of class that teaches you about how it's like in the real world. You have to pay for a house, you have to pay for cars, you have to pay for all this kind of stuff. And just having a job in high school isn't going to prepare you for that, where you just have to pay for gas for your car. That's not that much. You need to learn about the actual essentials within life. But another thing that I feel like a lot of high school or students overall struggle with is managing time, because it's something that's really tough for a lot of students that actually take their grades seriously and all that kind of stuff. They spend a lot of time studying, doing their homework and that kind of stuff, and making sure they're attaining and getting all the information right so they can get good grades and that kind of stuff. But for me, I don't really do that. I spend most of my time on my business. But if you're doing that with school, you know, you need to manage time really well. A lot of people ask me, how do I manage my time? The thing is, it's actually very tough to manage my time as a young entrepreneur in high school, because I have to spend 7 hours a day at high school. And I come home and I go work out, and then, you know, I have a little bit of time. So let's just say I get home at 6 o'clock and I have 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So that's 12 hours, and I need to sleep because I have to go to school every day. And if I skip sleep, then I'm just super tired. Then I can't get anything done effectively. So I always try to, you know, get some sleep, but that doesn't leave me with too much time. That's why I wish I did online school, but my parents won't let me do that because I feel like I would have a lot more time and be able to make a lot more money that way and just overall be more happy. So I'm stuck in high school right now, and they don't really teach you how to manage time, and that sucks because you have to spend a lot of time in school, and then you have to do all these other things, and it's really hard. Even for students like for me, I have to manage school and business at the same time, which is very tough. I spend a lot of nights up late trying to figure things out, you know, get stuff done that needs to get done. But I feel bad for most students. Let's just say they have a job and they have to do their homework and study and all that kind of stuff. You know, I feel bad because they don't know how to manage their time. They don't know what to do in order to make their time effectively. So I would say the best way to, you know, get around that is by creating a routine or creating a schedule for yourself to get stuff done. You know what needs to be done, sort of like an agenda, and you make sure you get it done within these certain time frames. And then it'll help you out. You know, you get to sleep on time and all this kind of stuff, and you'll be able to wake up happy and energized and ready for the day. But yeah, school sucks. Now the next thing I feel like school doesn't really help teach, whether you're in elementary school or high school, college, whatever, is how to deal with failure. Because within a business, you know, you're gonna fail a lot. I mean, I know a very big majority of people in school aren't gonna start a business and, you know, take it seriously. But even, you know, the smallest thing of not getting accepted for a job, if you apply to McDonald's or something and you don't make it, you don't get accepted as the job, then, you know, a lot of people deal with that badly and they don't really know what to do, so they just, you know, don't apply for another job. They're not taking it seriously of what happened, and they just make it too hard on themselves because they don't know how to deal with the failure. You know, they don't know how to utilize that and turn it into a good situation from a bad situation. So something that really sucks. I wish school would teach you sort of, you know, you're gonna do this wrong in life or something's gonna happen here, instead of just saying, yeah, you're gonna go to college, you're gonna get a job, you're gonna get a house, you're gonna have kids, it's all gonna be good, blah, blah, blah. You know, they need to teach you, you know, you may not be able to afford this stuff, but you have to pay for it, and you're gonna have to go into these hard situations where you have to have multiple jobs, or you have to do all these things in order to get where you need to be to maintain stability. And the last thing I wanna talk about is sort of about how, you know, school doesn't really, you know, push you to follow your dreams or your motivations of businesses and stuff like that. Like, let's just say a kid says to a teacher, you know, they ask them what they want to do when they grow up. And all the kids are saying these certain jobs. Let's say one kid says, I want to start a $100 million business. You know, people are going to laugh at him, and teachers are just going to be like, oh, no, let's pick a different one, you know? Teachers don't really take that into consideration. I mean, it depends on your teacher, I guess, but a lot of teachers sort of blow you off like, he's just thinking of stuff, making dreams. But that's the thing, these kids have dreams, they have aspirations of things they want to do. And a lot of teachers, I feel like, shut down the ideas of students, whether, especially in younger ages where, you know, they don't really understand that much about money and life and all that kind of stuff. They're still young and they just have these dreams of doing these big things. And teachers don't really understand that those are really possible because they're just a teacher. I mean, I'm not talking down on teachers. I know teachers do a lot to provide for their students, well, most of them. But the thing is, they don't really provide that necessary push for kids to actually strive for what they want to do. They try to push them to a certain job. Like, oh, you're good at math, you should go work at a bank or something like that. So I wish school would, you know, teach you how to manage money, teach you how to prepare for the real world, how to manage time, and just overall push you towards your dreams in life. So that's going to end it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.